Hello everyone, I welcome you all in the C programming and data structures lecture. This is part 6 of reversing a stack using two temporary stacks. So without any further delay, let's get started. Recall that we want three different stacks, that is original stack, temporary stack 1 and temporary stack 2 for the purpose of reversing these elements, that is 1, 2, 3. We want to reverse all these elements. This simply means we want to make this element the topmost element of the stack and this element the bottommost element of the stack, right? For this purpose, we need these two stacks, temporary stack 1 and temporary stack 2. Now, in this presentation, first we will learn how to push these elements onto this original stack with the help of pass by reference and not pass by value. Here in this presentation, we will push all the elements in the original stack, okay? And this time we will pass the address of this top pointer. Now here you can see that this is the pointer to the original stack, right? And currently this top pointer is holding null, which means that the stack is empty. Now after this we can call the push function, and to this push function we can pass the value as well as the address of this top pointer. In the previous presentation we have learned that if we pass the address of the pointer, then the changes will directly get reflected in the main function without the need of returning the pointer. So this is obviously a better choice. Here we will pass the address of this top pointer to this push function. And I'm assuming that the address of this top pointer is 900. And I'm simply passing this address to the push function. And here in this push function, there must be some pointer which will receive this address. And you can see that this is a top one pointer, and this pointer is a pointer to a pointer. And that pointer which this pointer is pointing to must be a pointer to struct node. You can see that this pointer is a pointer to a struct node. That is why we can pass the address of this pointer to this top one pointer, right? After this, obviously this top one pointer will receive this address, which is 900, and this simply means that this pointer is now pointing to this pointer. Fine. That is why it is called double pointer. Okay. This pointer is a pointer to a pointer. And then after this, of course, we have a data variable which will receive this value 1. You can see this over here. This data variable is receiving this value 1. And then after this, in this push function, we have this piece of code which is capable enough to create one new node, right? Here, after this piece of code, we will get this node, and I'm assuming that the address of this node is 1000. This value will get stored inside this node, and currently the link part of this node is null. After this, we need this line of code, that is new node link equals to star top 1. We are already aware about this push function. Here I'm just making small changes to this code. Here instead of top 1, I have to write star top 1. But why is that so? What is star top 1? Top 1 means access the value of the top 1, which is 900. Obviously, this is an address, right? But star top 1 means go to this location and access the value in this location. Simple. Star top 1 means go to this location, that is 900, and access what is there inside this location. You can see that we have null in this location. Therefore, new node link will get replaced by null, and currently null is there. So therefore, no changes are made. After this, we have star top 1 equal to new node. We know star top 1 means go to this location 900 and access the location. And here we are trying to put new node inside this location, which means we are trying to put this address in this location. Therefore, null will get replaced by the address 1000. You can see the changes are made to this top pointer, right? This top one pointer is simply pointing to this pointer so that this top pointer can reference this later in the code. You can see that we are making changes in this pointer and not in this pointer. Currently, this top pointer is pointing to this node, right? Therefore, if we return back to this point, we will get this address 1000. There is no doubt about this, right? Now let's call the push function one more time, and this time we will pass 2 to the data variable and the address of the top to top 1 pointer. We know the address of top is 900. Therefore, top 1 is still pointing to this pointer, and data will receive this value 2 after this call, right? Now, with the help of this piece of code, we would be able to create a new node. And you can see that currently new node pointer is pointing to this node. The address of this node is 2000 and the value stored in this node is 2. Currently the link part of this node is null, right? After this we have this line of code, new node link equals to star top 1. Star top 1 means we will get this address 1000, right? And we are actually trying to put this address in the link part of this node. Therefore, this null will get replaced by 1000, which means that now this node is at the beginning of the list, right? After this, we have to update our top pointer. That is why this line of code is required. Star top 1 equal to new node. Star top 1 means top, right? We can replace star top 1 by top. Here, this line of code means top equal to new node, okay? Star top 1 gives access to this location, and here we are trying to put the address of this node in this location. Therefore, 1000 will get replaced by 2000, correct? Now this pointer is pointing to this node. So this is the result so obtained. Top pointer is currently pointing to this node, and we know that top 1 pointer is pointing to this top pointer, right? Changes are directly made in the top pointer itself in the main function, right? Now I hope the complete code is clear to you. Here we can call push function one more time to push the element 3 onto the stack, and it is not very difficult job, right? After this, of course, the original stack will look like this. Now what we want to pop an element from this stack and we want to push this element onto the temporary stack 1. This is the requirement, right? For this, first we have to declare this data variable, then we have to call the pop function, and to this pop function we have to pass the address of the top pointer. And we know that pop function will return the data, that is the topmost element of the stack, and we will store that value inside the data variable. And this is how our pop function looks like. Here in this pop function, we have to declare this parameter, that is struct node star star top 1. We must have a pointer to a pointer. As we are passing the address of a top pointer, that's why we must have a top 1 pointer, which is nothing but a pointer to a pointer, right? You can see that this is the current status of the original stack. We have all these 3 elements and top pointer is currently pointing to this node. I'm assuming that the address of this node is 3000. Therefore, top pointer must hold this address 3000. So actually 3000 is there in the top pointer and top 1 pointer is currently pointing to this top pointer, right? Now we have struct node start temp. I have declared a temp pointer of type struct node, okay? And this is how it looks like. I'm assuming that the address of this temp pointer is 700. After this, I have declared a variable val, and this is how it looks like. Then we have this line of code, temp equal to star top 1. This means I simply want to store this address inside this temp pointer, okay? This means that this temp pointer will store this address 3000. Star top 1 means top, which means we are trying to access this address and we are putting this address inside this temp pointer. And this simply means that temp pointer is also pointing to the first node of the linked list. We want to delete this node. That is why there must be some pointer pointing to this node. Later on, we have to move our top pointer to the second node of the list, and then we can simply delete this node. After this, the next step is to simply store the value of temp data inside val. We know that temp data is 3. Therefore, we can store this value 3 in this val variable. After this, we have star top 1 equals to star top 1 link. We have to update our top pointer so that it can point to the second node of the linked list, right? We can replace star top 1 by top. There is no problem in this case. So this is nothing but top equal to top link. What is top? Top is 3000. What is top link? Top link is 2000. Therefore, this will get replaced by 2000. And this means we are putting this address inside top pointer. And this means now our top pointer is pointing to this node, right? So we can put 2000 address over here. Now after this, we can free our node. That is the first node of the linked list. And here you can see the node is freed. Now we can put null inside temp. Here you can see the address 3000 has been replaced by null. And then after this, we can return val back to the caller. Fine. So this data variable will receive value 3. The value inside data is 3. Now you can see the current status of the original stack after calling the pop function. First node of the list is deleted after calling the pop function. And you can see that the top pointer is currently pointing to this node. And this is the result so obtained. The original stack has 2 elements And then after this, we want that our temporary stack 1 must have this element 3. For this purpose, we have to call the push function, and to this push function, we have to pass the data, which means we have to pass this value 3, and definitely we have to pass the address of top 1. I have declared a top 1 pointer over here, which is initialized to null, because this time we want to push this element onto the temporary stack 1. That's why we have to pass the address of top 1. And remember that top 1 is initialized to null. After this call, definitely this value will get pushed inside temporary stack 1, right? You can see this push function. Now let's see the status of the temporary stack 1 after calling this push function. After the call to the push function, this is how our temporary stack 1 looks like, right? Here you can see that this top 1 pointer is pointing to this node, and in this node, the value is 3, right? So I hope the idea is clear to you that how to pop an element from the original stack and how to push that element onto the temporary stack. It is very simple, right? Now let's execute our code in code blocks. Here we have a push function, which is an updated push function. You can see a double pointer over here, right? Here we have a pop function also. Then we have this print function, and we have this main function also, right? In this print function, you can see we have struct node star star top. Okay, this print function must also be updated, right? Here this is a double pointer, and we have the rest of the code, which is simple to understand. Then we have this main function, and here you can see that first the elements are pushed inside the original stack, and one by one all the elements are popped from the original stack and pushed inside temporary stack 1. That's why you can see I'm calling pop function thrice, right? It is not difficult to understand this code. First, I'm deleting the topmost element of the original stack. Then I'm pushing that element onto the temporary stack 1. Then I'm again calling the pop function to delete this element from the original stack. And then I'm pushing this element onto the temporary stack 1. Again, I'm calling the pop function to delete this element from the original stack. And then I'm pushing this element onto the temporary stack 1, right? After this, I'm calling the print function to print the contents of the original stack and the temporary stack 1. Simple. Finally, I'm transferring all the elements of the temporary stack 1 to temporary stack 2. In the same way, in this case, I have to pass the address of the top 1 to pop every time, and to the push function, I have to pass the address of top 2, right? And here you can see I'm calling print function twice to print the status of the temporary stack 1 and temporary stack 2. Then after this, I'm transferring all the elements of the temporary stack 2 to the original stack once again. And this time, we have to pass the address of top 2 to the pop function because we want to delete all the elements of the temporary stack 2. And here we have to pass the address of the top to the push function because this time we want to push the element onto the original stack, right? Every time we have to put the address of top inside the push functions, right? Then again, I'm calling print function twice to print the status of the stacks. Now let's execute this code. You can see this is the status of the temporary stack 1 initially. This is the status of the temporary stack 2. And this is the final status of the original stack. You can see all the elements are reversed, right? I hope this program is clear to you. In the next lecture, we will create a separate function to reverse the elements of the stack. Okay friends, this is it for now. Thank you for watching this presentation.